Hello and welcome to the OGC community. All you need to do to join our beautiful family is hit the subscribe button, slam the thumbs up button on all the videos. Now let's go check out and see what Art of Conquest is all about. Such a cool intro. I love it so much. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to have a ton of fun tonight. We're also going to keep things nice and chill. Not going to do anything super wild or crazy. We're just going to have like a nice night together. So excited to have you guys here. Thank you guys for coming to join us. We have Fire Spider with the first comment saying, hello, long time no see. Missed you, Fire Spider. I'm glad to see you. We have Little Archer here as well. And for us, we are jumping in to the Duel Towers after I get those... I don't even know what they're called. The Valor chests, depending on what tier you're at. So let's go grab some of those, and then we're going to jump on in and see how we do in the Duel Tower. We'll check our rankings, see if we're expected to kind of win or lose. We're ranked 11 for our local Duel Tower score. If we look at our core power overall, we're at rank 10, so we're kind of where we should be. So I'm expecting that we're going to get some fights that are going to be extremely challenging, very hard, and in the spirit of the OGC community, we're going to try our best because that's what this is all about. So let's jump on in and see what we get first. I'm kind of excited. I think after this Duel Tower season ends, we'll be able to go in and be able to do Advanced Coliseum, which will give us another prism. We still are not caught up with player. We don't have all the prisms yet. I think we're still short by a few prism sets. So it's going to be nice to be able to get some more prisms out there. Anyways, we are 8.3 million core power, cast level 46. We're going up against 8.8 million core power dwarf. This guy, I think, is 48 or 49 for their cast level. So I'm anticipating right off the bat that it's going to be really hard to actually punch through these mechs. However, if we are able to punch through these mechs, then we'll be in a really good spot where we should be able to have a shot at winning. But it's all going to kind of be centered on how much health do their mechs have, how good is their troop equipment, research, all of that great stuff. But it's one of the problems when we're a lower level player going up against a higher level player. Core power aside, just based on troop levels, because they gain so many stats just by leveling up, that this could be problematic. So for our power side, we are going up. They have double packs of mechs going against our power side, so this is going to be really hard to actually chop through. But we're going to do our absolute best with all of this. We're going to speed up everything on this bottom side, and we want to slow down these snipers. Those snipers are going to be a huge problem for us, simply because, well, I mean, they're snipers, and they're going to, like, one-shot all of our heroes, which is just, like, not super cool. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody enjoys their heroes just being straight up one-shotted. Kind of like what they just did to our Rufio. We are able to pump out some damage going up against this player. It's just they have a lot of mechs. So we've taken down essentially one pack of mechs. Our variant dropped, which I didn't see his health being super low. I also wasn't necessarily looking for it perfectly. That is insanely problematic because we really need that resurrection, and we just lost out on the swordsman. Or not just the resurrection, but the actual mastery with it. So our only shot at this point in time is hopefully we can kind of punch through everything else. They're about to collapse our top side, which is our stall side. So hopefully we can get some damage onto their dragon before they fully wipe out that side. So we got the protection proc from the dragon at least, which is a good start, I guess. But those mechs are just going to continue to march forwards. Our pack of archers is pretty much all the way down. They will get the protection proc off of our dragon pretty soon. The second that those snipers hit our dragon, the dragon will just drop. They took out our Ophidia, which was kind of a really important hero for us. We'll give them the thumbs up. So I think if I did the resurrection instead of the Gans earthquake, that could have ended a little bit better for us. I still don't think we have enough to actually punch through. We're a full minute into the fight and we're still not even through the second pack of mechs on the bottom side. So there is a huge power advantage, and it's not power advantage in the sense of somebody has higher core power. It's power advantage as far as stats when people are higher castle level than you. And you can take advantage of this if you're early on in the game. You can kind of rush castle levels a little bit. I don't really want to be a big promoter of spending your rush on your buildings, but for the beginning portion of the game, up until you really get probably until castle level 30, you can kind of sort of get huge advantages just from rushing your castle. I don't think it's going to be that detrimental long term, but it can definitely help you out on a brand new server. So now we're going up against a 7.6 million core power human player. So we have them beat by 500,000. However, I forget what level they are. It looks like their heroes are around the same level as us. They are pretty consistent at being level 60 for their heroes. Our heroes are not quite that good, but that's okay. So this one's going to be slightly difficult because they have a ton of archers, and I don't think my Araxias can necessarily get deep enough. So we're just going to use the Araxias stuff for the Shaman proc. I do have the Shaman Prism on our Araxias. So I think we're just going to try to speed up our archers. Our Rufio is tied up, which is super annoying because I want to keep him spinning. So that definitely took a little bit of time out of everything. It looks like we were able to take down their Solaris. We had a decent proc. So now we're going to go into the Virian Resurrection, keep our front line nice, strong, healthy, and see how we do up against their swords on the bottom. It looks like they're slowly gaining an advantage up against us as far as like the health of the swords for the front line. So I'm hoping that we can take out the back line a little bit. Our Bazarks dropped, which is insanely problematic for us. And their Nora is just able to pepper spray us with all of those Nora bombs, essentially. Our dragon's still up. The enemy dragon's still up. I'm going to go to tag the enemy dragon in a second. They just tagged ours, which is definitely very scary. That is not good for us. It looks like they're now starting to attack it. There's a ton of stuns that are out there. We can see everything just kind of stopped. We're almost broken through this bottom side, which is much needed. And let's see here. Our archers are now starting to attack the enemy dragon, and we took down the enemy dragon, so we should be able to burst through this this bottom side now, which will be massive. The enemy Ophidia has tons of snake sound, which is not good. We have swords moving towards the enemy Nora, which is great because the enemy Nora can actually take it down. J. David Acosta said, hi, hey man, hope you're doing well. And I think because our tag worked, we were able to pull this one off. We'll give them the thumbs up. My only issue with like tagging the dragons, it seems like it's hit or miss for me. Sometimes if I tag the enemy's dragon, it does literally nothing. I can have all of my units like fully surrounded the enemy dragon, and I put the tag on, and they're like, "Hey, we're just gonna stand here and do nothing." And other times it works. So in this fight, luckily for us, the enemy's tag it didn't work. I don't know if there's a bug with it or what, but it was not effective at getting the enemy archers to attack our dragon. Our tag on the enemy's dragon, that actually worked, and I think that's what really pushed us to actually win this fight. If our tag did not connect or actually draw the attention of our archers, that would have been insanely problematic because they were able to use the Phidias snakes, take down our Nora on our power side. We were relatively even throughout most of that fight, so great job for that player. Like they did really good considering we had 500,000 core power higher than them. I don't even remember what the castle levels, and I won't be able to check it. So we're going up against Queen Bee. Queen Bee is castle level 50, so they have 4 castle level advantage, and they have 1.3 million core power over us. So this is going to be a very tough fight. I think we have a chance. We always have a chance, so we're going to roll with that. But Queen Bee is very strong. Batman's here saying hello, OGC. Nice to see me. I am not a whale. I been there, done that. I am not that right now. All right, so we were able to win in 3 out of 4 stats. The 3 stats I prefer. The problem is they have level 65 heroes, which is just like crazy. We had a slight delay with our Araxius at the start, and let's see how well we can kind of keep all of this going. They do have their dragon, which kind of sort of ran up towards the front line. They have a ton of archers just shooting at our Rufio, so maybe we can get this spin-off. If we get this spin-off, it's going to be great because we're really going to tie up their Nora. I'm just going to drop the other Araxius Lantern onto our own archers just to speed them up a little bit. There are a ton of heroes on this bomb site, but it looks like we're honestly able to do a ton of damage to this bomb site. We're almost through that pack of swords, so this could be somebody's ult count, and it's just really, really high core power because it's an older ult count, and the player has a ton of research, a bunch of reasons. So let's see here. Now we took down the dragon, so this is pretty much cleanup at this point in time. And we are just running all around in their back line. I will take it. So I did unlock Arcane Tier 10 for my Hero Mastery. I have all of them except for the green one, which I think is the... I'm not sure which one it is. There's one that I don't have Tier 10 yet, so I do have Arcane Tier 10 that is put on my Badrix, because should he live where I'm at in the game, having 3 bat splits is pretty cool. So I'm just going to exit out and turn up the graphics because I want it to look super pretty for everybody. Oh, we do have that high. We'll bring that up as well. All right, let's jump back in, see if everything is more pretty. This is going to be like an overload. I play with all the effects and graphics as low as possible to reduce lag and also save my battery on my phone. However, for this, we're going to jump in going up against a castle level 48. So they have 2 castle level advantage. We have 150k core power, but those 2 castle level advantage, all of their troops are going to be a minimum of 1 level higher than ours, and they're rocking. So that's just going to be brutal for us. Yeah, look at all this. We turned on the visual effects for the game, and this is going to be super colorful, which honestly for me is super distracting. So let's do our best going up against this Rockin player. As a human player, Rockin's probably the toughest matchup I can get. And we lost 3 out of 4 stats, so that's going to be tough. It looks like this player is the same player from my house. So that's cool. we can go up against them, and we'll be playing Clash of Fate with them, so we'll want to do good. definitely want to do good going up against this person. All right, so we have a bunch of Raxia's Suns down. Now we're going to be spinning our Rufio all around, trying to slow down the enemy's advance up here. Ideally, if our Rufio can kind of take out some of the heroes, that would be splendid. I see that as something that we're going to struggle with a little bit because they're just utterly destroying our backline as we speak. They put it almost looked like a tag went down, but it wasn't quite. This bottom side, we're actually doing fantastic at working on that bottom side. I lost our Virion, but I'm still going to do the Resurrection just because we need to be able to maintain everything. We just lost our Ophidia. So bottom side, they finally got off a really big ale with the archers down on the bottom, but we are moving forwards, which means that we're going to drop them. We got the protection proc out of their dragon. However, they've pretty much fully collapsed our top side, and I forgot to do the Rycius Bat Splits. We're going to drop the Hourglass as deep as we can, and I think that's our protection proc that just came out. If we can kill off their dragon real quick, then we have a shot. We have archers still attacking the enemy dragon. It's starting to get low. We needed to drop for the next Bazar's Bat Splits. We dropped the next Bazar's Bat Splits. The archers is still working on the enemy dragon. They dropped our dragon. It's neck and neck. Their dragon's starting to regain, and they're just walking right through our front line because our dragon is dead. Pretty good fight overall. This was a inverted fight. Maybe if I ran with a double pack of swords on my stall side, I might be able to do slightly better at slowing them down up there. But considering they're rocking in, they have level 17 troops, which is pretty wild. Our archers are level 15. That might just be their swordsmen that are 17, but that stuff is no joke. So really good fight to them. Pretty sure they're the same people that are in our house. So they're 1.3. Yeah, those are pretty strong rockin' swords. Their archers, look at this, level 17, 1.4 million. Our archers are really strong at 1.1 million. Rockin' archers' attack is way lower. So yeah, very strong player. Did not help that we are missing, or that we lost 3 out of 4 stats. I need to start farming honor, but I'm so lazy. Landon said, wow, that was awesome. Yeah, the Rockin' is, if my research was higher, Rockin' I think would be a lot of fun to try playing around with a little bit, because I'm not really doing any sieging. I'm not looking to war in the game. I'm mostly just looking to do Duel Tower, do Clash of Fate, that type of stuff. Alright, so this person, I remember they are 6.9 million core power. They are cast level 49, which means this person can have level like 18 troops out there, maybe 19. They might have some level 19 skeletons, which for my poor little level 15 archers, this is going to be tough. So this is a Lich player. I fought this person before. They are very, very good for their core power. So would not be surprised if they tag our dragon, instantly kill it, and then walk right through us. So we did get 3 out of 4 stats. However, they have a bunch of heroes that are 60 plus. Okay. Let's see here. Maybe we can do something in order to get this. So we start off with the tag immediately, just straight up on their dragon. And then we're going to start jumping on in with our Rufio. If we can at least take out the dragon, that would help us tremendously. So we're going to start bringing our Rufio on over there, because I want that dragon to just die. Dragons, the affliction stuff with the stalkers is just so obnoxious, to give those stalkers that much time to just like live and absorb so much damage. So this guy is wrecking us on that top side. So I don't know if we're even going to be able to if we'll be able to do enough damage to take out that dragon. Like we might just have to work hard, swing all the way up, and in order to get this. So I lost where our Virion is, so I'm hoping that we can get away with our Denji with the spinning move. I'm hoping that that's okay for us. If not, then we're in a world of trouble because we need this resurrection to get off. Okay, so we got the resurrection off. It looks like they have some mummies out there, so it's actually going to be slightly difficult for us. We're going to drop another Bazar's Bat Splits down. We want to make it through all of these stalkers so we can make it up towards the top. They're pumping out some serious damage towards our dragon. So our protection proc just went out. We have a ton of healing, and our dragon instantly dead because Warlock's OP. Warlock's OP. So I think this guy, really good job. Again, I've fought this guy before. Great player. If this was inverted and we could just instantly give their dragon, I think we would be able to do a little bit better. So they're just going to come on down and finish wiping us. Landon said, yes, I played Lich in my first Drake starts on the 12th, but I'm free to play and only 3 million core powers, so I'm very scared. Landon, you're going to do awesome, man. Playing Lich is probably a really smart move for a free-to-play player. It is pretty good. When it comes to Drake, I hope you have fun with it. Your core power, don't worry about it too much. Just be active and help out the team. That's everything. That's everything with the game. It's a team-based game, so have some fun. Space Cowboy said, show his formation, please. Absolutely, man. Their formation is no joke. They have a lot of good stuff going on. These are the type of players, by the way, that you want to watch their stuff and kind of copy what they're doing if you're going to copy people. All right, so we'll check that stuff out. Those level 18 troops, no joke at all. So for their formation, that's my formation. If anybody's curious, we'll jump in and check out their formation real quick. So for their formation, it looks like wow. So they didn't even go with warlocks. They just had a bunch of stalkers and a bunch of mummies, and then they're just running heroes everywhere. So it's a pretty wild thing. This right here is super effective at fighting humans because it totally negates all of the resurrection stuff. That's 5 packs of mummies. That's just wild. That is a wild formation, and you know what? It worked for them. I wonder where. So they must have all like mage necromancer research because their mages just. It's Avril, Valari, Nora's there, and then Ophidia, Irion. So yeah, that is all just straight up mage power. They just have walls of stalkers and resurrect stuff. It is pretty wild. Gauntlet X said that's the new trick I've been seeing lately. Yeah, it actually seemed like it was effective. The only thing is if you kill off their mages, then they're going to lose so much DPS and power. So if that Valari or Avril dropped early on in that fight, then where would they have gotten enough damage? I mean, clearly it's working for them, so keep doing it. I would just feel really I would feel really nervous not having enough DPS in order to actually pick that to run myself if I was Lich. I'd at least try and get a pack or two of Warlocks out there. Yeah, those mummies, especially against humans, are just so insanely strong. All right, let's go up against this guy. This is a level 49 dwarf player. Their gladiator is really great research. And it looks like their top side is their power side. So that means we have to chop through level 17 max. And our Araxius was a pain in the behind. All right, let's see here. We can finally jump our Rufio in. I have a feeling this one's going to be relatively difficult because again, it's all about us being able to chop through all of those mechanics, which is just going to be insanely hard. We lost our Rufio, which is not good, so we're going to get the Denji spinning. So hopefully we can pump out a little bit more damage to all of those mechs. There are a lot of them. Top side, we are struggling major. They are definitely poking a lot of holes into our formation. So we need to be able to slow them down a little bit. They did a ton of damage to our dragon already, and they took out our Elena. This person is going to end up pulling this one off. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start flipping my formation because with all of these fights, it seems like I would be better off running an inverted formation because I want to match up power side to power side. I think that's the best thing for me, and it seems like the past few fights we have been hitting stall sides. Space Cowboy said, "Thanks for showing. I love your content, man. I'm currently running a Lich mummy formation. It is extremely hard to kill dragons." I believe that. Because Warlocks, if you're able to get a pack or two of Warlocks and one on either side so you can just cover the whole map, that might help with the dragons. I don't know how you can fit that in size-wise because it's very tough. Gauntlet X said, because dragons live for so long for warlocks to be effective, so mummies healed the undead and stopped the resurrection. Yeah, it's pretty genius running the mummies. Not gonna lie. If your mage research is high enough and you can get away with like the Valarian in April, go for it. Like that, it looked super impressive. It was super strong. 10 out of 10 for that player and that whole concept. I really like it. All right, so this is a bot. We'll do our best going up against the bot. Maybe we win. Maybe we don't. Who knows? So this is a Lich player, and oh my gosh, we have like double their core power. It's a bot, so I mean, it just is what it is. We'll make it through this, get a couple of free points, and then we'll jump back into a couple more fights. The bots really kind of artificially inflate the points in Duel Tower so much. Gauntlet X said, well, it's also space 5 mummies allow for heroes. Yes, I agree 100%. Heroes are so strong. There's so many artifacts and so many prisms out there that the more stuff you can get out there for heroes, should you have good research and everything along those lines, the better. Especially if those heroes can either tank or deal damage. Go for it. It is huge stuff. Yeah, so we were able to beat the bot. All right, let's jump in. Let's see what we get for the next fight. I kind of want to try that Lich player like that again. So Gauntlet X said, Conquest of Death was streaming the 5 mummies. Yeah, that's awesome. He knows his Lich stuff, that is for sure. Maybe human players just need to go with clerics in swordsmen. Wonder if that would work. I am not willing to test that out, but should somebody else want to, go for it. I think that would be pretty cool. J. David Acostas had laughing emojis, and Space Cowboy said, what do you think of Self right now? Are they good or only usable if you're very strong? Thanks. I think in general, wow. All right, 10 million core power, level 50 Lich. This is going to be brutal. I think for Sylph, honestly, going up against what we just saw with like the mummies with the Lich, I would not mind being Sylph because they don't have anything that's going to cut through those trees. I think with... That's a tough question with Sylph. I think that Sylph is having some major troubles. The major troubles being Dwarf being popular again, especially at higher levels of play. Snipers can chop through trees with relative ease. I think Sylph has his place, and it's a good counter for stuff. Why is there Nora frontline? Sorry, I just got super confused because they have a frontline Nora. I think Sylph is still kind of reserved for super strong players. I think it would be super hard to get away with Sylph without being insanely strong, but that's just me. All right, this guy's pumping out some decent damage, but I don't necessarily understand what they're doing. Like, they have a Nora front line, which is just really confusing to me. I need to get my Rufio to get off one more nice spin. Come on, bud. There we go. All right, so I think we killed their Nora. They killed our Rufio. I feel like that's a relatively fair trade. Our Virion is okay, so I think we're going to try dropping the tag down on the enemy dragon. Because if we can just kill off that dragon real quick, that's going to make life so much easier. Their dragon's back to full health. Next skill we got is going to be Virion Resurrection, just because we have taken some damage. All right, we got the protection proc from their dragon, and we collapsed this side. This is such a weird formation that they're going with. Also, Gauntlet X said clerics and cavalry. I think that would be a blast. I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to try that. Why not? Put all my healing efficiency stuff on my cavalry, and then just run a ton of clerics. Yeah, you could actually take that Lich formation and run that same exact thing. Huh. I don't think my mage heroes are strong enough. I have like I don't know, 90 points in like mage necromancer research, so I don't think I can pull that off. But it's a really, really interesting concept because the mummies work super well with the stalkers for Lich. Clerics basically do the same thing as mummies. They just don't prevent the resurrection portion. So Gauntlet X said, well, the dwarves are in style again because the heroes are so strong that, let's be honest, snipers having the chance of randomly just one-shotting the hero. Yeah. If you have a Balrog and your Balrog gets hit by a sniper and just flops over, like, that's pretty good to have the snipers. And I have a feeling that's why that Lich setup is so good right now, because the mummies just make the stalkers be able to tank so much better, along with having the Zer Dragon, that they create enough of a buffer where your heroes can just kind of do all the heavy lifting. It's the same kind of concept that Sylph was using for a very long time with running mana worms and trees and just having your dragon and your heroes carry you. I don't think your dragon's necessarily going to carry you. Of course, you want it alive for all the benefits you get from it, but the dragon's not going to pump up the damage. It's all going to come from the hero. So it's really kind of cool to see Lich with that setup. All right, so we're in trouble. This dude's got a level... oh, and I forgot to do the inverted thing. This is the third fight that I don't have the inverted option. So this guy's 9 point something million core power as far as a dwarf player. So they definitely have us beat when it comes to core power, and they're cast level 50. I don't foresee us actually breaking through this dude's mech line. I think that would be great if we could. I just don't see it happening. We're gonna do our best and try and get some decent damage out there. We'll spin around the Rufio a little bit, try and slow down the snipers until they headshot our Rufio and he instantly flops over. And it looks like okay, cool. We did get the tag down on their dragon. I don't think it's gonna matter. We can't kill off this guy's mech lines. We're 24 seconds into the fight and we haven't even finished off like one pack of mechs yet, and they're pretty much completely through one of our sides. We just can't. We don't have enough oomph to make it through. They took down our dragon. Now it is legit just a matter of time. So we'll put down the hourglass just for style points, and because we have a 3-star hourglass, why not? And yes, please remind me to invert my formation. Please remind me to do that, because it would just be so useful. I keep matching people on their cell side. So Space Cowboy said, for running that Mummy Lich style, do you recommend having a mage rogue hero research or mage tank research focus? Honestly, I have no idea. If I had to pick, it's just go with the mages, and I think that gladiators are still very, very powerful. Oh, Henry's here. What's up, Henry? How you doing, man? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Yeah, I think it's just all about the mages. Gladiators are huge. Dwarf snipers are just going to blow them up. But against anything else, gladiators still absolutely amazing. As the stalkers die, I think that you'll need your gladiators to tank. Which, generally speaking, after Warhorn and the buff from the pets wears off and everything, gladiators have a much better survivability rate against anything besides dwarf. Like snipers aside, versus things like archers or even other heroes, they'll do much better as soon as the pet buff and the war horn and all that fun stuff wear off. All right, so we need to invert our formation. That way we might be able to match some people's power size. Human, I feel like, is I'm almost wanting to change sooner rather than later. I know I was dwarf before for a little bit, but there's a part of me that's like I really am considering swapping races. I just don't know what to go to. My mage research is not high, so I have a 0 interest in Lich. I don't have enough troop research to really make turtles good for Rockin', but Rockin' is an option. All right, we got to invert this. There we go. All right, let's see if we start matching up with some people's power sides. I don't really want to go self, so I guess where I'm at is, do I go back dwarf or do I consider doing rock and my turtles just aren't as good as they could be? Okay, here we go. Power side versus power side. We're actually set up to do our Rufio jump onto their Nora, which I think is huge. So I am game for that. I will jump onto Nora's face all day. Okay, I can't reach their Nora. I thought I could. Can't quite make it there. But we are in pretty deep with our Rufio. So we're gonna try and get some damage down on this guy's backline. If we can weather the storm here, which it looks like we're doing pretty good at. Got a huge moral boost. That's beautiful, beautiful. All right, we are weathering the storm pretty nicely on this top side. We're relatively even as far as how the no, okay, I take it all back. We lost our Varian before we could do the before we could do the resurrection. All right, so yeah, I take it all back. If this dude still has their Varian alive, we are in major trouble. We put a tag down on their dragon just so we can start working on it because that's going to be something that holds us back. Our archers are now tied up on the enemy Solaris. Oh, geez. Losing our Varian and not having that resurrection is just brutal. That is brutal. They put the tag down on our dragon. Let's see if they attack our dragon more than our archers are attacking theirs. They are definitely doing work on our dragon, and we are not doing too much work on theirs. Their dragon's just chilling. All right, so we need to start killing off their back line. We had a nice Nora volley there. We got the earthquake down. We're gonna put the origin stone down underneath our dragon. They just did a resurrection, which is horrible for us. So they still have a Varian up, but now we're actually attacking their dragon. We took down their dragon. Okay, that's what's up. That's going to help us out drastically. Let's drop down the Gan Thorns. We might be able to pull this one off, guys. I think our archers randomly abiding by the tag stuff might actually help us out. Well, it definitely helped us out. We killed their dragon, and I think that was kind of the deciding thing. Matching up the power side versus power side, that worked out much better. Their Nora dropped. I feel much more confident at this point in time. So now it's pretty much clean up. That was really good. It was weird because we both tagged each other's dragons and the troops didn't really do anything. The tag is just super weird. So we'll give this guy the thumbs up. I think they beat us a little bit in core power, so good fight all around. And they do have level 18 troops. And our front line is level 16, which isn't bad, but it's definitely not 18. We have Tristan here. What's up, Tristan? I miss you, man. We have Nacho Ande saying, what up, homie? Nice to see you. I hope that you're doing well. And Gauntlet said that you want Mage Tank because you need the damage in the Mage. Mage seems to out-damage Rogue right now with Volari buff and Avril having the burning damage. Yeah, mages are no joke. It seems like for the late game, the rogues are really struggling. I guess Bazrix is decent if he lives long enough for the Basilisk, but even that doesn't seem to be doing too much compared to how strong it was early on in the game or even mid-game. Yeah, mages are no joke right now. And gladiators, you can never go wrong with. Same thing with paladins. They're just they're staples. So this one, we're going up against I'm Mio. I'm going to go with Mio. So Mio is castle level 50. They have 1.2 million core power on us. Let's do the best that we can going up against them. We'll keep our power side on the top. Let's see if that helps us out in getting more power side versus power size. I feel way more confident in those fights. Even the last guy that we fought, he was 9 million-ish core power, and we were able to play that one pretty well. I'm hoping that we can get our Rufio to just smash right on Nora's face. Because the Noras still kind of freak me out. I know that the Nora stuff isn't nearly as big as it used to be, but it's still in my head. So our Rufios actually lined up perfectly in a straight line onto their Nora, which is kind of funny. And I blundered that beginning. Oh my god. Such a late start for my Raxius. Let's see how deep we can get our Rufio. It's not crazy deep, but it is enough to land onto their archers, so that's good. Now we're just going to start stunning up this guy's backline. We got the stuns out from our Raxius. We got the Rufio going around. Their archers are taking a ton of damage. Like, their archers are, like, even just from the heroic leap procs, their archers eat a ton of damage. So, that's good. I think we're pretty much going to take out this dude's backline. Our Varian is getting low, so hopefully we can get our Varian Resurrection off. And then from here, we're going to start working on taking out this guy's dragon. We did do the Varian Resurrection. They have their bat splits coming down, which is going to be slightly annoying. So we're just going to get the tag down on their dragon. Okay, it looks like our archers are actually attacking the dragon. I don't see any of the health dropping. Oh my god, their dragon's health is dropping so slow. So slow. Okay, we got the protection proc. However, they just broke through our front line. So where we're at right now is middle of the map where their Nora is. They are cutting through our front line, which is not good. They took down our dragon. I thought we still had our protection proc. This is not going to end well. They are swinging on up. It's pretty bad. Gauntlet X says he has an Onyx Dragon, no Noble Blood. Yeah, it was tough. And Gauntlet X said, I hear you mentioning core power. Not that I want to use your own words against you, but it doesn't really matter, right? You are correct, but it's the only measurable way through numbers to describe differences other than castle level. I'm not saying it's a good measurement. It's just what else is there to use. Tristan said, so I wanted to ask you a question. I took your advice and started over. I am now 1.4 million core power and I am struggling finding the best race for me to be playing at cast level 28. I think it all kind of depends on what brings you the most fun in the game. What I would say is I've really enjoyed human. I could easily be much further in the void than I am, but as human you can do the void, you can siege, you can do the honor farming, you can do enough PvP. Oh nice, we're going up against Kaba again. I think that human's probably the easiest race to do for up until cast level 40. The ones I would avoid altogether would be Sylph. Just any race but Sylph. Lich, you might get some trouble in the void with the time stages. I would do human, but you can really do whatever you want. We have ASAD saying hello OGC. Hello, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing pretty good. All right, here we go. Let's see how fast I am. Okay, all right, you know what? That could have been way worse. We got the protection proc out. Let's see here. We're going to get our Rufio in nice and deep there. And let's see here. Hopefully we can get... I see what I can do. I'm just going to spin him back there towards all those beautiful mages. And see if those Leo's Pride procs can actually kill off some of those stupid mages. Alright, so we got Leo's Pride coming out in like 2 seconds. That might actually kill off the dragon too, depending on it. Oh no, they killed off my Rufio before he could do it. How dare they? Alright, so that means we gotta start dropping all of our stuff from Raxius, because I want that dragon dead. And he's just not dying. The dragon is just not dying. So we're going to put another tag on it, see if our stuff will actually start attacking it. And they got warlocks popping up in our back line. They're evil and stuff. Super, super strong. Slightly annoying. Alright. We're doing our Variant Resurrection. I don't think it's going to actually do anything, but I kind of got to. Their crowd control with that evil and everything, insanely strong. Insanely strong. This mommy thing, so strong versus humans. It's pretty wild. So here's the deal. If we can continue to weather this storm, I think we'll be able to get it. Without a dragon, I don't know. This guy can still absolutely crush us. Their Volari looks like they're out of steam. Their Avril is killed off. We got our Rufio in pretty deep to spin around on all of the mages. So I guess like this guy beat us the last time that we fought them. They did really good. They still did really good. Like this player is a really good player. I fought them multiple times in the past. But the power side versus power side, getting that Rufio in on those mages, I think that's probably the only way to really win these fights, because it is a really strong setup from the Lich players. But if you can just kill off the mages and then take down their dragon, like how are they going to kill your dragon? How are they can take off all of your troops, but it's going to be very hard for them to maintain that DPS. Like the first time that we fought this guy, he had Nora, Volari, Avril, and Irion as their top 4 damage. I mean, you kill off the mages, all that they have is their Nora and then an Azure Dragon. That was the next one, was the Azure Dragon. So yeah, kill off the mages. If they're all in one way, and they really only have one way to win, kill off the mages. They still pumped out really good damage. I mean, their Avril did a ton of damage, so it's really good for them. But I think that's probably the best way to deal with it. If somebody is so... And it's probably different late game, where late game people have really high hero research like across the board. For somebody that's like mid game or like around where I am, they're gonna be tunnel visioned in one way. Like I'm tunnel visioned with the General Sage, so that, because I mean that's the safest one to go with. If someone's tunnel visioned on the Mage Necromancer, just kill off the mages. Tristan Jacob said, Mr. OGC, you don't have to call me Mr. Man. You can just call me whatever you want. Yeah, Bazrix, I'm glad you got him. Bazrix is the biggest one. From there is somewhat race dependent. It's a tough one. If you know that you're going to be playing a particular race, then race-based heroes like a Yip for Tailwind could be really big. You'll eventually need Elena anyways, and Elena is universal for everybody and everything. She's amazing. I think anything that's going to give you a major boost. Cizeo is a big one. If you're just looking for straight up damage, then go with Cizeo. You have options, and some of it kind of depends on your play style. So if you just want a hero for raw damage, Cizeo is amazing early and mid game. If you're looking for overall buff for everything, then Elena, Talk, those are good options. It's not going to be like a direct buff, but you need that magic resistance in Talk for like prolific trance, or if you want more race based things, Yep for Tailwind for anything with archers. if you're playing Dwarf, get Gafgar in Jax, all of those types of things. I'm just going to put the tag down on the enemy dragon real quick. All right, so yeah, getting the heroes can definitely be a little bit tricky as far as which ones are the first one. What I do recommend though, and I'm sorry that this is not like what people necessarily want to hear, is do not spend any Linari on heroes. Be patient, and just get them from the hero chest. That is legit the absolute best thing that you can do. It's going to be super annoying for a while, is because we're going to feel inadequate, and we will fall a little bit behind stat wise compared to other players, but only get them from the hero chest and do not spend Linari. So basically, if you go to get one hero, you spend 40 spins to get one hero out of the hero chest, right? 40 spins, let's see here, 10 would be 3,000 Linari, so we're talking 12,000 Linari per hero. Say you get 20 heroes that way, that's like 240,000 Linari to unlock 20 heroes. Assuming you have really bad luck, you could have way better luck. You can literally get all that for free, and then that's enough Linari for 10 months worth of doing the Lucky Dice event. In long term, you're going to get all those heroes because you get the hero coins for the hero chest for free anyways. That's probably the biggest thing that I have with that, is, oh nice, we just hit a new milestone. Don't spend money for heroes. The only exceptions are if you really want the brand new hero that came out, like say that whatever that sword gladiator dude is. When he first came out and it was like $20 and there's no other way of getting it, sure, I could see somebody doing that in Jax ultimately just for stat boosts. But otherwise, don't spend any Linari on heroes. Space Cowboy said, I was watching a Conquest replay. He had Rose front line. She ranked 300 million damage from her spiders, I believe. I didn't realize that was possible. So his account is 100% focused on Lich. So I don't know. I'm assuming his Mage Necromancer research at this point in time is completely maxed out. But all he's done is Lich. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like all he's done. But he's hyper focused on that, and that's his race, which is amazing to see somebody consistently do a race and really enjoy it. I am not that good at it. Like I don't have that level of patience. She tanked 30 million. Gotcha. So tanking 30 million damage and dealing 300 million damage is slightly different. Yeah, so I think that he's able to pull off some really unique stuff with the race because he knows that race inside and out, and also his account is completely centered all around that specific race. It's really impressive. Give him tons of credit. It's really a high level of passion with all of that stuff. When it comes to Rose being able to tank a bunch of damage, it's pretty wild what can happen. I don't know if there was an hourglass on her, although that doesn't necessarily make sense. But there is some pretty tanky items out there. But since Duel Tower is taking forever, and we're almost 2.5 minutes into waiting for a fight, we're going to do this as our last fight of the night. Because it doesn't seem like there's a ton of people on for Duel Tower. So this is a 9.5 million core power dwarf player who is castle level 50. So this is going to be another one of those situations where I don't know if we have enough firepower to actually kill off the mechs. So if we get matched power side versus power side and they're frontlining heroes and stuff, we have a chance. If we hit their stall side, we have virtually no chance. And it looks like, all right, so we did get matched up against their power side, which is just a ton of heroes. Jeez. So we're going to do our best. I don't think we'll actually make it through the mechs, but our Rufio might be able to pump out a little bit of damage there. So let's see if our Rufio can kill off some of this stuff. They do have the pet stuff down, And we got our first big Leo's Pride proc. Now we're going to spin Rufio back down. Ooh, their lane is there too. All of their stuff is just nice and juicy right in that one area. We're going to drop down another Axis thing to stun up a couple more things up there. And I want to duplicate the archers. There's no way we're actually going to make it through these mechs. These mechs are insanely tanky. Like, we got no shot of making it through all of those mechs. Next, we are going to do a Viren Resurrection because we are missing a ton of swordsmen in this top side. This dude's heroes are just pumping out way too much damage. So we dropped a Badger Spat Splits, trying to hit some of their heroes, and we got the tag down on their dragon. I don't know how effective we're going to be at killing this dragon just because of the castle level differences. Like this is going to be a relatively high level dragon. Oh geez, they are breaking through. So I don't think we'll be able to pump out enough damage. We barely scratched the max. Like if this was a mech in a fight, we maybe scratched the paint off of their armor just a little bit. Brutal. We have Martin Lee saying, should I get Flores, Denji, or Myra? Really good question, Martin. If you have a Nora with a True Ruby and you're relatively low level or mid game, I personally would get Flores because Denji's just going to instantly flop, and Myra is good, but if you're early or mid game, the True Ruby Nora with bonuses from Flores, I mean that's going to hands down win you the fight. If you go up against somebody that doesn't have the True Ruby Nora, you're just going to win solely based off of that and or having a decent dragon. When it comes to Denji and Myra, I think if you're higher levels, Denji might be more beneficial just because of the weakening armor. And Myra is good for Sol. So some of them are also what is it that you need. Out of those, I would still go with Flores first. Parsa said hello. So hello. I hope you're having a good night. 12 million health max. That's wild. And healing, insanity. Space Cowboy said, I thought it was going so well at first. Thanks for the live stream, man. Anytime. I hopefully you guys come back next week. I should have some codes then. Tristan said, OGC, I wanted to ask, how do I get buffs on my troops? Because I focus my temple on human and I get all the buffs from Avalon and Virion, but my troops are still weaker than people around my level. So there's a lot of things that go into that. What I would do, Tristan, is I would check out a video. It came out, if you go on to my video stuff for the channel, 1 to 2 weeks ago, I did a whole video about how to increase your troops' attack. It should cover everything along the lines of that. It's going to look like increasing, and you can do this for health or for attack. You want to increase the chakra as soon as you're cast to level 40 or whatever. Troop equipment, you're definitely not there yet for that. Your temple is going to bring it up. Your castle level, increasing your pets are going to bring that up quite a bit. There's a bunch of little ways. Prisms are a very big thing, so make sure that I would check out that video, Tristan. It should help you out quite a bit. Martin said, what castle level to castle level is mid-game? I would consider mid-game probably 30 or 35 up until 45 plus. I don't even think late game starts until you're at least castle level 50 and you've been around for a while. So mid-game is really everything post 35 until 50. Early games, anything from 1 to 20 or 1 to 30, those levels tend to fly by. Vic said, hello, OGC. Hello, hope you're doing well. And Bands, nice to see you as well. Tristan says, stay safe. I will be back for your next live. Thanks. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a blast. If you guys don't mind, smash the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, share the channel with your friends so they can get a bunch of knowledge for Art of Conquest and we can have fun. Every week with the live stream. I have some really cool stuff. So I just got a brand new camera. I can't wait to try it. I'm going to be trying out my brand new camera tomorrow. For the first time ever, I got a GoPro. So I'm going to start doing some more real life vlog stuff. And I'm just going to put it on this channel for now. Eventually that's going to change. I have a new channel coming out. It's probably going to be out in a couple of weeks. I'm partnering up with a friend of mine, and it's not going to be video game related, but I'll still share the channel stuff with you guys. It's going to be all it's going to be awesome. But I did get like a GoPro because I want to bring you guys around. I moved. I'm in a brand new. I don't even live in the same state that I used to. I'm hundreds of miles away from where I used to live. Everything is so much different up here, and I want to bring you guys along with that process. So I'm hoping that the GoPro, I can get some awesome footage and show you guys everything. Vacant said, I had a gap in game. When can we expect the next Greater Dragon ability? I think the last one was like July or August, so it's probably going to be a month to 2 months. Probably not this month, but next month. That's my guess. All right, guys. So with that, I hope you guys have an awesome night, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care.